All right, guys, welcome to Taking Shots. We are here with me, Pride. We've got Imminent. Say hello, sir.
Oh, what up, everybody?
And we have a special guest tonight who we love dearly, Samantha.
Hello.
Also, Miss Sea Turtle, because she likes her sea turtles. Anyways, we're going on the fly tonight. You know, it's just one of those nights where we're like, hey, let's get in a channel and fucking record. Fuck it. So, what were we fucking talking about?
Well, first, I feel like I should get this story out of the way just because we keep on talking about it. And we haven't actually talked about it. But, that random chick.
Okay, so the random chick. Let me put this in perspective for Samantha and everybody else that's listening, hearing all that other jazz. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm drunk as fuck. I Skype fucking Rock, Imminent, Micah. You guys are gonna hear me call them so many names. I mean, literally, you have like 10 names.
They are all interchangeable.
So I'm like sitting there, like, I'm gonna Skype him. So we Skype, and then all of a sudden, this bitch appears.
Just some random bitch.
Some random bitch.
No,
and Micah's sitting there talking to me, and she starts like sucking his fucking ear off. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking intense. So I'm like, put her on the fucking Skype call. So I do my broly duty, my bro code duty, and tell her to take a shot, because that's what bro code literally, like when you're in a party or a bar or anything, you have bro code.
Bro code is respected.
Samantha, do you know about bro code?
I know about the bro code.
Okay, so bro code is, I'm going to get your woman drunk. I'm going to get her feeling you. I'm going to make sure she's on the right path. So I tell her to...
for a second?
Sure. I mean, what's your objection?
Bro code does not only apply to men, ladies. You can be a bro lady.
I feel that too. Yeah, you could bro lady, I guess.
You can get that bitch drunk for your bro man.
So either way though, I'm sitting here bro coding the shit out of this girl. I'm like, take a shot, and she's like, oh. I'm like, no, I'll take a shot with you. So we take a shot. Rock disappeared for a moment. I mean, he was like, I'm sure he was probably right there. But I was sitting there talking him up, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All of a sudden, Skype call ends. Like, Rock comes back, and, like, she's, like, yanking him away. Like, vigorously.
It's
like,
time
being
to
like,
go, honey.
yeah.
It's time to go.
She's ready. She's ready and primed. And I feel like maybe I had a little part of that.
No, dude, you were like the catalyst, 100%. However, oh my god, like to describe.
I mean, she was good looking too. Let's put that in the perspective of the viewers or the listeners, because she was not at all ugly. She wasn't. I was sitting there.
Too sloppy drunk, Rock? Did she get too sloppy drunk?
No, like, all right. The fact of the matter is, all right, so I get home from work fairly early that night, because it was actually an early night for me. It was glorious. Did not feel amazing. Fucking sinuses were destroying me. I'm like, dude, I feel like ass. I'm gonna sit here and get drunk and fall asleep early. Be glorious, right? So, this particular individual messaged me saying, hey, you know what? I'm coming over. I'm like, ignore that because I don't care right now. I just want to get drunk. So I literally ignored her for I don't know, hour and a half. God, I feel actually bad talking about that.
Hour and a half?
Oh yeah, easily. And then she eventually just messaged me back saying, all right, here goes nothing. And I'm sitting here going, are you literally coming over right now? So I responded you better not be coming over. She's like, I already left, because I didn't actually get back to my computer immediately. And yeah, so literally I had this brief conversation where I was just explaining how pissed I am that she actually would be heading over here. And then like towards the tail end of that, there was like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 minutes of me going like, what the fuck? And then she responds, I'm at your front door.
Oh my god.
So
Too
I'm like,
fucking late. I'm here.
yeah. So I'm just like, oh my god, I'm too sober for this. I didn't want you here. You're weird.
Yeah, because
Good
weren't we
lord, I
playing
hope this doesn't get
CSGO?
viral. That night?
Didn't we
I
just
don't.
get done playing CSGO? I feel like we just did.
No, that was the night
No?
before. Yeah,
Okay.
that was. Yeah, because I don't think I
Maybe you
literally
were
I was.
playing CSGO or something. I thought you were playing a game.
I might have been. Well, I'm always on CS:GO. Like
And she was
literally.
just there. And all of a sudden when I'm talking to you, it's like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Right. So
When
like
the
she
fuck
came
did she get
over.
here?
Yeah.
Yes. So she came over. I'm like, all right, what the fuck? I guess I'm gonna sit around and watch TV with this bitch. So I'm just like, whatever. Just you. She was hammered already. And I'm just like, whatever, you just sober the fuck out. I'm gonna sit here and drink. And then she's like stealing my whiskey. I'm like, oh, good lord. And like, I tried to teach her how to play pool. And I have never seen a human fail so excessively at learning something involving just, routine physical repetition. Like, it literally blew my mind.
What
Like,
do I
like,
do again?
hit this ball into this fucking pocket.
It's like, I've never had to explain to somebody for like 10 minutes how to grasp a pool cue.
Oh
Like,
man, she was.
like that should just make sense, right? Like, oh, good fucking lord. So whatever. Like that was said and done, and she was just being annoying as shit. So I'm like, all right, tell you what, you go lay down and fall asleep. And my intent was I was gonna go bed on CS:GO Lounge and actually research this shit for a little bit. But of course, she's over here like, what are you doing? So I'm like, all right, fine. I'm on the fucking internets. And at that point, like, I feel like I called you just before. She's like, what's going on? And then she's like, oh, I want to get on in this. At which point, Pride, that's where our phone meets when I connect. So, oh my god. Whatever, it
Listen
was
here, bitch.
entertaining,
You
but
put the stick here, you pull back, and you shoot.
Oh, dude,
no, right?
it was
Like,
so entertaining because I wish I would have recorded that call because this girl was just so fucking. I mean, she really was kind of oblivious to everything.
oh, 100%.
Like I'm sitting there talking to Rock at first, to Micah, and we're sitting there conversating, and then all of a sudden this bitch like appears out of nowhere. Like I'm just like me and him are like video to video. We usually video to video, and we're sitting there. We shoot the shit, and we'll do it for till like 5 in the morning. Like we've done that before. We just sit there and talk shit to each other, and we're like, hey, so what's going on? Blah 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 blah. Well, this girl just all of a sudden appears out of nowhere, like on his ear, like fucking like a leech, like just sucked onto his ear.
Basically.
And then that's when I took my opportunity. I was like, oh my god, I need to talk to this girl.
She likes to be watched.
I was like, this is crazy. This is awesome. This is funny.
Oh,
But it was a fucking epic fucking night. It really was.
it was amusing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it was more amusing for me than you, probably. You got laid, though.
Right, dude, but like, I'm sorry, I just have difficulty dealing with an individual that has the mentality of a child. Like, it just feels wrong, man.
Well, I feel like that's all. If you're a whore, you're a whore.
Well, I mean, yeah, straight up. Like, if you have psychological issues, they become evident after a while, no matter how hard you try to hide them.
She probably had horse meat issues.
Yes. What we're not going.
Are you going to horse meat again?
No, we're definitely not. God damn it.
Oh, I got horse meat. Good lord. But no, like, my advice to everyone is, if the individual is crazy, literally just don't let them take their clothes off. Just don't let them.
Yeah, just fucking run.
Yeah, truly, kick them out. Even if they took their clothes off, like, get the fuck out of here.
I feel like even if they're fucking super hot, it's like, fuck that. I ain't dealing with your shit.
So now next time, when she just shows up at your house randomly again, don't answer the door.
All you have
Well,
to do is
I
Skype
started
me.
locking my door.
You just gotta Skype me. And I'll deal with her.
This bitch is just gonna crawl into bed with you because your door's unlocked.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up and she's gonna be like fucking like snoring on top of you, like. And you'll be like,
have a tray of food and be like, honey,
Yeah.
it's time for work. What?
Hey.
Bitch, get out.
Here's breakfast.
But no,
Here's
like, the thing is, like, whenever I'm awake, I always leave the door unlocked because I smoke. So, become a habit as of the past few days where I'm like, nope, lock this motherfucker.
What if all of a sudden she finds out that you play Counter-Strike and all these other games and she's like, you know what? This is what I have to do to be with him. And she's like, teach me Counter-Strike. Like, what would happen? Like, are you gonna be like literally, like, what if randomly one day you get a friend request from her on Counter-Strike?
Hell no.
Dude, considering it took me 10 minutes to explain to her that you don't fucking grab the shit out of your, like, pool cue. No, dude, I am not worried.
Oh,
Like,
that's
no.
so great. She did look fucking pretty ditz. I mean, I'm telling you though, Samantha, this girl was good looking. I will tell it to the whole world. She was good looking. I was like sitting there like thinking like, I was like, damn, Micah, I'm proud of you right now.
You got some game.
I'm like, you got game, brother. Like, thank God it ain't no fucking chick that I gotta tell her to put a bag on her head.
Apparently he didn't need the game though. She came up on a willing
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah, no, I like the game was unnecessary. Just
The game
being
came to
alive.
you.
Yeah. Good lord.
Yeah. It was seriously epic though. It was a good night. It was a funny night. Oh wow.
Oh my god.
So moving on from that, the last time we talked about horse meat. Which, dear God, please, I don't want to talk about goddamn horse meat again.
Oh shit.
Samantha, what is your topic? What funness do you have?
What random fact?
Random
You
fact.
put me on the spot here.
Putting you on the spot. Like last time we had talk. I really kind of want to talk about how beer is 98% fucking water.
Beer
Yet-
is disgusting.
I still have to chug water at the end of the night if I fucking really get wasted.
I'm all
Why
about
is that?
Hard cider, like the Red Apple
Oh my
Ale.
God.
Angry Orchard.
Oh,
Put a
I've
shot
seen-
of Fireball in that.
There
maybe
you go.
3 shots
I've
of
heard-
Fireball
oh my
in
God.
that. And that's
I've heard
delicious.
about that.
It's delicious. It's like hot apple cider.
Fireball will make if you drink Fireball at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, by 8 o'clock your stomach will be fucking turning and in pain.
I don't know, man. If you drink straight whiskey all day, every day.
I mean, whiskey is different though. Fireball, like literally, Christmas, my mother's house.
Fireball is a whiskey, my darling.
I know,
it's
but
a
it's a
cinnamon
fucking
whiskey.
cinnamon spicy goddamn like jalapeno goddamn ghost pepper whiskey.
Ghost
It is
peppers.
not like a ghost pepper.
It's-
It's delicious.
it is-
and it
it's
needs
not
to
bad.
be
though.
Expressed how good it is.
It's not bad at all. Okay, like I can sit there, like when I take a shot, like when you see other people take shots, like I see Julian take a shot or my brother take a shot or anybody, they instantly like open their throat and like down the shot. I do not do it that way. Like when I take a shot, I have a shot
drink it.
glass. I take the shot, but it stays in my mouth for at least a couple seconds. Like I do not instantly drink that shit, you know. I want to.
Honey,
Like-
you gotta learn how to relax that throat and just take it.
That's what I do though. Like I want to taste it. I don't want to relax my throat. I want to like be like, okay, I'm gonna swish it around a little bit,
He didn't
And
get
then
why
I
that
take
was
it.
hilarious.
and I yeah.
All right, tell you what. Right, the next time we hang out, I'm going to get a beer bong We are going to beer bong whiskey.
Oh, dude, you will
Beer
fucking
bongs are so fun.
you
Yes.
see. Maybe we should have you and Samantha do that, like on like live type shit. And
Live
I'll
beer
just
bongs, woo!
I'll be like the
Yeah.
moderator. I'll be like the guy that watches you guys get really fucked up.
Go buy a keg. We'll do keg stands.
I-
Back to back keg.
I feel like I black out way too much.
Dude, but blacking out is a good time.
Oh, it's such a good time until the next morning.
I've never blacked out. I don't black out.
You're a liar. We could
I'm
black
not
you
a
out
liar.
in
Then
no
what are you
time.
thinking of?
Never blacked out. I
If
pass
you-
out before I black out.
If you hung out with me and Rock one night, you'd black out.
I don't think so. I drink a lot.
No.
Not
Dude,
like
I-
a lot, like I can't say it. Whatever. Excessively. I'm not an alcoholic. I
I get what you're saying, but like if you hung out with, like Rock, every time I black out usually or stay up till 5 in the morning, I always tell Jillian. She's like, "Why were you up till 5 in the morning?" I'm like, "Me and Rock on Skype." Like I'm like
Okay.
pathetic when I tell her that too. I'm like, it's like I'm
Sorry,
I'm
Rock
hanging
is
my
here.
head, and I'm like, Micah got in Skype with me.
so
And-
like blacking out. You forget everything. Like
Oh,
forget
you
things
forget
did.
fucking. You do not know
Oh,
anything.
it is
I-
glorious.
Remember everything I've ever done when I'm drunk.
Then you don't drink enough.
You don't drink
I
enough.
I just haven't. I've
Alright,
gotten to the
Sam.
point where I'm throwing up. I'm passing out. I just remember it all.
No, this is not the point of throwing up. This is the point of just you wake up the next morning and literally do not remember shit. I mean, there is no you might have tidbits like a second here, a second there, and you're like, and if someone tells you something, you're like, oh fuck, I remember that kind of. But for the most part, for like 98% of the fucking night, you remember nothing. It's
Like-
just it's a blank.
I have faked blacked out.
And then
Like,
people like
are "Do you
make fun of
remember
you.
almost starting that bar fight? No, I don't.
That's selective blackout.
I mean,
No,
we could
that's
black you the
pretend
fuck out if you
blackout.
want.
Exactly. All right, so I'm pouring a drink right now worth probably, I'm gonna measure them out. I actually have a shot glass. I pour out 3 shots of shitty whiskey. Put them in this glass. Now,
Pretty
let me tell
soon,
you-
we'll get you some good whiskey.
Yes, I'm
Why you
looking
got
forward to
shitty
it
whiskey?
because it's cheap and I drink everything straight and warm, so I really don't care.
He does.
No. Okay.
The only thing I go to like hotel bars, you know what Mike got me on, was Jameson. Fucking
is
Jameson
fantastic
hot.
whiskey.
It's like fucking a bathtub of a shot. Like you're sitting there taking it, but it actually is not bad. But literally, it is the only thing I can go to. Like when we go on trips, like I always go to the hotel bar. I'm like, I want to socialize and meet people and let's drink.
Okay.
And Jameson is the shot for
Jameson
fucking
is the
warm
shot.
whiskey.
Well, because bartenders can't fuck it up. Like, just pour me.
Yeah, just give me a Jameson shot. The bartender in Kansas City last time we went looked at me like I was retarded. Because it's like, I'd rather have Jameson than Crown Royal.
Like,
Crown Royal shit, dude.
it is. Like, Crown Royal is a fantastic hangover. That's what Crown Royal is.
Dude, the guy next to me was like, let's take a shot of Crown Royal. I'm like, are you serious? Fine, fuck it. I was like, I'll buy you a shot. I bought a shot of Crown Royal for both of us. I took the shot, and I took it. But it's like, God, this is just... I'm sitting there thinking like, fuck this shit. This was definitely not fucking worth the money. It was definitely fucking not worth the fucking taste. It's just kind of shitty all around. I don't see how anyone drinks Crown Royal and thinks it's a good whiskey.
You know what, though? To be fair, Crown Royal Black is actually pretty good.
I mean, I could see that. Like, their premium shit.
Well, it's like, apparently, like, I don't know, they have charred casks. They age the black in, and it's actually pretty good because it actually has a little bit more bite. Doesn't taste like fucking sugar cane.
Yeah,
People buy it for the cute little bags.
I know they do.
Literally.
They literally fucking do. They're like, I'm gonna hold my change in this bag.
That way people know that I drink whiskey.
I drink
I
Crown
need
Royal.
people-
Don't need to hide and shit.
I need people to know that I'm so classy. I
Okay,
drink
so
the
Samantha,
Crown.
back to the point of your point.
Oh,
What is your talking point for the night?
I got one.
Okay,
I got
cool.
one. I don't know if you've talked about it yet, but
Probably not.
I want you guys to tell me your funniest story about when you've gotten drunk.
Oh my god, I already know.
I'm trying to think.
All right, so I'm gonna go first then. All right,
Go for it.
All right, there's this one particular like literal dance club that is over close to me that I've gone to or used to go to. Like it was like a year straight, roundabouts. And everybody else there's like, oh yeah, I'm going here to dance and some dumbass shit. But I'm over here like, dude, the drinks are so fucking cheap. I'm going here like it's a bar. So I'm one of the dudes that like they don't even have seats at the bar. I pull up a seat to the bar. I sit there and like yeah. Oh my god, me and my bartender were like best friends after like a couple of weeks. So, there's this one night I went there and oh, a bunch of people I know always went there. So I had to sit down. I get, hammered by myself. And then everybody else is like, "Oh yeah, dude, have more shots and stuff." So I'm like, "Oh yeah, fantastic." There was one night that like literally oh, you get used to drinking one particular type of alcohol. And then when people give you like a fucking conglomerate of random ass shit, it starts to actually negatively affect you. And that was one of these nights. So I take all these shots and stuff. So like, hey, come back to the table. So I come back to the table and they all get up to, dance and stuff. I'm over there just smoking a cigarette. And then I'm just like, you know what? I feel it coming. Feel it coming. I couldn't stop it. I puked over the top of this bar table. And it was literally black tar.
Oh fuck.
Oh my
Black
God.
fucking tar. And like I still have my cigarette in my mouth, like, just holding that shit, take a drag. I'm like, you know what? Now is a fantastic time to go back to the bathroom and take a piss. So I do, casually, because I'm hammered as shit. And just do my thing. I walk back over and they're like, 8 people standing around the table. They're like, what the fuck is this? And I just walk up. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck happened, guys?
I'm like, good lord, dude, those are my cigarettes on the table. Like, who puked on my cigarettes? I just,
Nice.
I was like, dude, this is absolute bullshit. And then it's just hilarious because everybody's like, dude, did somebody just randomly puke on our table? I'm like, good lord, yeah.
Fuck yeah, they did. I don't know who it was, but somebody did.
I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna avenge our table. Damn it!
Some people need to learn to drink alcohol.
My
Fucking
probably
21-year-old.
my funniest moment was probably when I went to Cozumel, Mexico. I was 19 years old, and I'm approaching 30 now, so it was, 10 years ago. We get there, and I go straight to the bar, because in Mexico you can drink. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm getting wasted. So we land, the cruise ship lands or whatever, I go to the bar. And this bartender keeps feeding me shots. I'm like, I want double shots tequila. I took 14 double shots tequila.
Glorious.
I mean, literally 14 of them. I remember counting the motherfuckers because I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to count these bitches. Gave me some weird fucking drink and some like wine glass looking thing that was green, had foam on it too, just to like fucking say thank you.
Got fancy.
Yeah. And so I'm super fucked up at the bar. I'm like way fucked up. And it was like fucking 6, 7 o'clock. It wasn't even early, I'm like, fuck it, let's fucking go. I'm here to fucking get wasted. I don't want to go to the beach, you know. So apparently, I literally walked up to someone that was like Chinese, like they were Chinese, like definitely Chinese, and I like started trying to speak Spanish to them, and they like fucking shunned me. I also tried to jump off the pier back to the cruise ship, and like because like when you go to Mexico on a cruise ship, they have armed guards on that pier, like with M16s.
Glorious.
Shit you not. They are there ready to shoot your ass for some fucking unknown reason. Apparently, I got tackled by like 2 or 3 of them.
Apparently.
This is just what I've been told. So they tried to tackle me or whatever, and I was like, ah! I tried to jump off the pier. Didn't get off the pier though. I finally got back on the boat, went to the bar. I tried to bribe the bartender. I remember this too. This is one of the moments I remember. I remember slipping him a $100 bill like on the table. I slapped it down and I said, "Give me a shot of tequila," and he would not serve it to me with a $100 bill. I mean, them motherfuckers are straight like, I don't know, whatever you call them. They are loyal to their cruise ship, I guess.
Yeah, apparently. Like,
They do not want to get fired because apparently they make a shit ton of money because a $100 shot was not worth it.
That guy was like, "No, buddy."
Yeah. So eventually I make it back to the room. I remember making it back to the room. I couldn't find my key, and our little guy that took care of the room, his name was Oscar. And everyone, like when you're on a cruise ship, you know who your maitre d' is, your whatever the fuck he's called. He is the one that is control of your floor. So I'm like, Oscar, let me in my room. So he fucking lets me in the room. He's like, Dave. Like, I don't know how I made a fucking repertoire with this guy, but I did. It's probably because I spent so much at the casino. But fucking, he lets us in the room, okay? And on cruise ships, when you have a king-size bed, it's 2 twin mattresses shoved together. Well, I fell in between the goddamn mattresses. Like, sunk in them. They split apart like Moses parting the goddamn Red Sea. I fucking puked all in, and on this cruise ship, it was white sheets, white comforter, everything's white. I puked all in this shit.
Oh my God.
So I'm like fucking freaking out, trying to jump out of it. I fold the fucking I grab each 4 corners, I throw it out the door. I'm like, Oscar, I puked. And he's like, I'll take care of it, Dave. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Man.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucked up. So that was my night that night, but then the next day, like, we're walking onto shore, and I had literally 3 or 4 people walk up. Like, I had one lady run up to me and hug me. And she said, "Are you getting on the party boat with us? Because you were hilarious yesterday." I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but no, I am not getting on the party boat. I had another guy walk by me, and it's like, I was your best friend at the bar last night. Why not be your best friend tonight? I'm like, who the fuck are you? You know?
You're like, I don't remember that.
I'm like,
sorry.
Oh, dude, I completely blacked the fuck out in Mexico. I mean, for like a day and a half.
Dude, blacking out in Mexico sounds about right. Just saying.
So, Samantha, what is your story of blacking out and being awesomeness?
Well, I've never blacked out. But my first year of college, I had a friend who got an apartment. So we went over to her apartment for a party. And one of her roommates was this guy named Micah, who was also my friend, but he was in the military. And every night he drank Patron. every single night. And you know, I was a little bit tipsy, and I walk up to him, and I'm like, "Hey, let's do shot for shot, you and me, right
Hey,
now."
I can see you doing that.
And my my two girlfriends, they're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I'm like, "You bitches are gonna lose." So I don't know. I don't know how many shots, but I'm like, "Shot." And he's like, "Shot." And I'm like, "Shot." And then I'm plastered. And I'm like, "I think it's time to stop." You win. And he didn't even look drunk. I was like, "Okay." So us being girls, we're hammered now. We go into Mikey's room, and one of my girlfriends was his girlfriend. So we're talking, and she's like being really loud and obnoxious. She's like, "Oh my God, he has such a small dick. Oh my God, he's such an asshole. I fucking hate him sometimes." And she was living there with him. So all of a sudden, I just hear bang, and the door flies open. And me being drunk, I'm like, "Whoa." And I'm laughing. And he's like, "You, get your shit and get the fuck out of my house."
Oh.
So she starts
my God.
crying. She's crying. I'm like, I don't understand. Corey's like, "We need to leave." He was like, "We need to leave. This is not going well." And Corey's always sober. And my friend Katie, the other girl, her fucking boyfriend was like, "We need to go to bed," because they lived there. "Just get out of this room. You guys don't need to be in here." We're drunk. I'm like, "Okay, if we're leaving, everybody got to give me a goodbye hug." So I'm walking around, and I'm like, "Hug, hug." I get to Mikey, and I'm like, "Give me a hug." And he's like, "I'm pissed right now, Sam. I'm not giving you a hug." And I'm like, "Give me a hug. You know you want to." He's like, "No, fucking stop." So I'm like, "Well, I'm just going to stand here until you give me a hug." So he gives me a hug, and then I'm like, "Where's Lacrissa? I need to give her a hug." And he's like, "Sam, I said no. Stop it."
All right, so Sam, you now have a new nickname. It is the Exacerbator.
That's not even the whole story though. So like we leave, and I'm like, "Corey, pull over. I'm gonna get drunk. I mean, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. I need you to pull over." So he pulls over. And me and Corey had only been dating for 5 months at this point.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't want him to see me throw up. Like this is the first time he ever saw me drunk. So I walked to the back of his truck. He pulled over on this muddy fucking slope. And the next thing I know, I'm at the bottom of the fucking slope, covered in mud.
Oh my God.
I'm like, how in the fuck? I guess I went head first when I went to throw up and went down the hill. So he drags me back up the hill, and like I'm muddy. I can't get in your truck. And he's like, "Get the fuck in the truck." And I'm like, "I can't. I'm muddy." So he forces me into the truck, and I guess tequila makes me cry. So I start crying, and I'm like, "You're not gonna like me anymore because your truck is muddy."
You're not gonna love me.
Oh,
So I got his whole shit muddy. And then like we get back to my dorm room, and I like army crawl to the bathroom. So there's mud all the way up the hallway. And I shut and locked the door, and I guess I was in there for a while, because the next thing I know, Corey's like pounding on the door. He's like, "You need to keep this open. You could die in there."
He's like worried your head's gonna like go into the toilet and shit.
Yeah, basically. It was funny. That's the funny part, was me falling in the mud.
Oh my God.
And the hugging. Apparently I get really lovey on tequila too.
I get lovey too. I mean, I get fucking like, I'm like, I love everybody.
I'm like,
So you're
"Everybody
super
hug
pissed
me."
off? Let's hug it out.
Yeah, let's just
Let's
hug the fuck it out.
bro.
Bro, we're friends. Like, I don't care what you're doing with your girl. Bring it in.
bring it in.
Oh yeah, like real time is hug time.
That was a good little show there. That was a good shit. That was good fucking stories. I feel like everybody's gonna like that.
That was actually, I feel like, exceptionally entertaining. 100%.
It's because I'm entertaining.
It's because you're
You are
entertaining.
entertaining.
That's it for fucking taking shots, guys. If you liked it, well, we still don't know where we're putting it. It's gonna be somewhere.
Yeah, like internet, most likely.
The interwebs is what we decided earlier or
It's gonna
yesterday.
go somewhere.
The
on something.
interwebs. It'll be on the interwebs.